I lost you. There you are.
We're on. Mary, we're on. Hey, everybody, we're on. We're going to not edit that out. So, like, we're back. Kind of like the cat that came back. You remember that song, Mary? The cat came back. Thought he was a goner, but the cat came back because he wouldn't stay away.
Nope, don't.
All right. So, listen, you know what I have? Everything I have has to do with pigs.
Pigs?
Pigs, they're like sayings or proverbs, and they're sort of like one-liners.
Okay.
So here's the first one. You ready?
Yep.
Pigs are smart little creatures. They just need love. That's from Shelley Duvall. You remember Shelley Duvall?
I remember Shelley Duvall.
Wasn't she in The Shining? Is that the movie?
Sure. I watched The Shining. Trust me, I would not watch The Shining.
Oh, you didn't like horror movies or things like that?
Nothing scary.
Now, this next one is from Scott Weiland, singer-songwriter. He was in the band Stone Temple Pilots.
Okay.
Processed pig is white trash meat. Some people call it spam.
Say that again slowly.
Processed meat is white trash meat. Some people call it spam.
You know, you might have just insulted a lot of people in Hawaii.
Yes.
Just love spam in Hawaii.
Yeah, I remember eating spam when I was young.
John still eats it.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with it. I mean, it just, somebody gets something in their idea in their head and then they look down on it. It's like, come on, you're a meat snob.
But if you look at it, it kind of looks like dog food. And it's got all those big chunks of fat in it. It really is not appetizing.
Not to look at, no. No, that is true. But then a lot of things that come up. Sorry, go ahead.
I was going to say, what else you got for me?
Oh my gosh, okay. If it looks like a pig, sounds like a pig, acts like a pig, don't be mistaken, it's a pig. That's unknown. They don't know who came up with that one. So we use it with the word.
I thought it's just up with a duck.
Yes, I was just going to say that. We use it with duck instead of pig. But it obviously, see, I think what happened is pigs became out of fashion. So it's more fashionable to use the word duck. All right, here we go. This goes on for a while, okay? Looks like a duck, quacks like a duck, walks like a duck, whatever. Okay. Oh no, this one is just like, this is from a veterinarian. If your pig stops eating, take him to the vet, as this is never normal. This is in the famous quotes and sayings.
It's in famous quotes and sayings?
Well, when I look up things about pigs, this comes up.
Okay.
I mean, seriously. Okay. Now this is from comedian Doug Stanhope. I don't know if I know him. There's times to be dainty and times to be a pig. Oh, by the way, this is all about four-legged pigs. This one.
Very, very obscure.
Yeah. This one is from Bill Clinton. Oh. You can put wings on a pig, but you can't make it an eagle.
Well, that's kind of like you can't make a silk purse out of a sow's ear.
Yeah. I mean, why didn't he say make it fly? You know?
I don't know.
Okay.
Well, I mean, there's the saying that goes, when pigs fly.
Yeah. Okay, here's another one. You'll never change a pig into a sheep unless it has a sheep as a mother. Unknown. I wouldn't put my name to that one either. A rat is a pig, is a dog, is a boy. They're all animals. That's from an activist, Ingrid Newkirk.
Okay.
A pig that has two owners is sure to die of hunger. Because neither one of them are going to feed it. Like, come on.
Okay. Well, in that case, the vet says you should take it in, I guess, because it's not eating.
Yeah. Now, this one is from 1874. The writer, G.K. Chesterton, was born in 1874. The paradise of my fancy is one where pigs have wings. Too bad he
Okay.
was then, because he could have got together with Bill Clinton and put something together.
But if there's flying pigs and pigs eat a lot, that means you're going to have a lot of poop flying down.
And you saw what was on my window this week?
I did. That was sad. That was
Still,
from a pig. That was from a flying pig.
it's still there. Okay. Now here's a good one. This is a Portuguese proverb. A pig used to turn. No, wait a minute. Sorry. A pig used to dirt turns its nose up at rice. So if you've
Okay.
lived in dirt,
Yeah.
whatever.
No, that one, I kind of get that one.
All right. You can lead a pig to water, but you can't make him drink. So we say now you can lead a horse to water, right? So I really believe that, pigs are apparently very, very intelligent animals. And at one time, I think they were used as performing animals, but they grew out of fashion because they weren't pretty. A dog is prettier, a horse is bigger, just to other people's, Matter of fact, before I was born, I think, my parents had pigs. I don't know if they had a lot of them, but my mother had this pig that would follow her to town all the time, and she'd have to turn around and shoot back home. Would keep following her to town.
Mary had a little pig. It followed her to town, and everywhere that Mary went, the pig was there to be bound.
That doesn't sound very good, Mary. Men are pigs. Too bad we own everything. Tim Allen said that.
Oh.
All right. Just three more left. I am firm, you are obstinate. He is a pig-headed fool.
Okay. So pigs must be stubborn then.
Well, they can be, I believe. You can't fatten the pig on market day. John Howard. Now that makes sense. You can't wait till the last day to fatten it up to take it to the market.
Yeah.
And I like this one. This is a French proverb. A pig's tail will never make a good arrow.
That's cute.
Curly. So that was fun. I thought I was looking for something a little bit different, right?
You found it. You definitely found it.
So now what do you have?
Well, I went to Japan for my drain laws.
Oh.
So the first one is rather timely, I think, something that, we can relate to. It's illegal in Japan to make a clone.
To make a clone?
Clone. And if you make a clone, like if you're successful in making a clone, you will be sentenced to 10 years in jail or a fine the equivalent of $95,000 US.
OMG. Well, I'm thinking about if you could afford to make a clone, you could probably afford the fine.
Well, interestingly, I was looking at a story the other day about, weren't we talking about this? About they were cloning deer down someplace in the States for hunting?
No, I didn't. We weren't talking.
The story is someplace down in the States, I want to say the deep south, but I might be wrong. They had been cloning deer to make bigger and bigger and bigger racks for hunters who pay tens of thousands of dollars. So these were, I know. So these, I know, it was on Stephen Colbert. So they've been doing this for, I think they said like 10 years, and it's just come to the attention of the government, and they're not supposed to do it. So my point being is it can't be that expensive to clone something.
Maybe not, yeah. Wow. The things people will do, it always never ceases to amaze me.
Oh, or sadden me.
Yeah. So what else you have there, Mary?
Well, again, in Japan, you can be put into jail for putting ice cream in a mailbox.
Well, yes, so you should. I mean, that's a nasty thing to do. What if there was an important mail, a government check that came or something? Then you can't cash it because the ice cream melted all over it and it's all obscure and sticky. Or
even worse, what happens if it's really good ice cream and you just wasted it?
Well, that's true too. Yeah, why would you go and spend money, buy ice cream, and then throw it away virtually?
Mailbox. It says mailbox, not letter slot. So, yeah. And it isn't just limited to ice cream. You can't put chocolate ice cream inside a mailbox. You can be put into jail for 5 years or fined almost $5,000 US for doing that.
So do you think the that law came about because somebody actually did that at one time?
Well, yes, it actually says that there was in 2006, a 42-year-old postman was arrested for putting chocolate ice cream inside a mailbox.
He must have been mad at those people he was delivering to.
So is that the equivalent to putting dog poop in somebody's mailbox?
Well, not quite. Yes, but I mean, yes and no. Yeah, because if you think about it, I mean, the dog poop is going to stink everything up. The ice cream is going to melt and be all sticky and gooey.
Yeah, it's just a more civilized version of putting dog poop in a mailbox.
Yeah. The thing is, though, dog poop is free.
Yes, that's true, and it doesn't taste good. I imagine it doesn't taste good.
I was going to ask you, do you know how to taste it? Yeah.
Let's just move on with that one.
Okay.
In Japan, and I really like this rule, drivers will be fined for splashing pedestrians with rainwater.
Yes.
I know. How many times have you kind of had to jump out of the way because somebody's driven past, hasn't slowed down, and you're on the sidewalk and you still get sprayed?
I can remember being in Montreal, and this would be like the winter, so the snow is melted as slushy, right? It's on the road, but there's still snowbanks, you know, so it's really hard. I was waiting for a bus. Somebody comes along, I've got nowhere to go, and I'm going to work. Oh, what a mess.
I've had that happen to me here in Chilliwack.
Yeah. Whoever did that should be fined.
I like the rule. I don't know how you catch them.
We have to get their license plate number, I suppose.
They're standing there getting the rain, and it's dirty water too. That's even gross, right?
Oh, yeah.
So I don't know how you enforce that. Here's another good rule, especially in places where we have bears getting into garbage.
Mm-hmm.
In Japan, you cannot take your trash out too early.
Well, now wait, let me think about that for a second now. Don't we have something like that here?
Well, you're not supposed to leave it out overnight.
Oh, okay. That's what I was thinking then. Okay.
Yeah. So in Japan, they like you to bring your trash out to the pickup truck to collect on the designated day. So not only do they not really want you to leave it on the side of the road too early, but they want you to bring it right out to the truck.
Oh my gosh, that would take us forever. Here, I would think. Well, first of all, we don't always know when, so you've got to be watching for the truck. You have to make sure they're going to slow down and wait for you to bring out your garbage. Like here, anyway, you know.
Yeah.
I could see it being a problem.
Trucks you have to wait for. So there's a recycle truck, the garbage truck, and then the glass truck.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. So doesn't work for me. But that's okay.
Well, I live in a condo, so we put all our recycle and garbage downstairs in the garage, and then the trucks come and take it out. No bears.
The reason that they do it in Japan is because wild raccoons will rummage through the trash like the crows do here, causing big mess, and it can pose a fire hazard. I think that's a rule that we need to adopt here. One
of the things, yes, and I think about, like, I don't know how they would do it, but people that put out their garbage bags rather than using a bin, right? That's the worst for the crows. The crows see the bags and obviously they're going to pick at them. But if you had a bin with a lid,
I know,
you know, that would make a big difference.
It's disgusting to walk down the street and see that, you know, that people put their garbage in and the crows have taken it and thrown it all over the place, and like, put a lid on it.
Yeah, exactly. I agree.
So actually, Nancy, the last time I saw you, you were breaking a law in Japan.
Was I?
Yeah.
Sorry, I shouldn't sound so excited.
In Japan, it's illegal to hand your neighbor's misaddressed mail to them.
Who did I do that to?
It was a lady, and you had some mail, and you handed it to her. It's true.
You made that up, Mary.
Trust me, if I was going to make something up, it'd be way more exciting like that. And this has been put in place to protect the privacy of the sender and the recipient.
Oh my gosh. Well, you know, sometimes I find mail not so much now. Not with our regular mailman, doesn't do it. But I found other people's mail in my mailbox occasionally.
Uh-huh.
You know.
And what did you do?
Well, I knew who it belonged to, so because I can't get into their mailbox because the way our mail boxes are, I brought it to their door. But it wasn't
in Japan.
It wasn't misaddressed though. It was a mistake by the letter carrier, put it in the wrong.
I think that counts.
Well, then it's not my fault. It's the mailman's fault and the letter carrier's fault.
Well, somebody's going to jail.
Oh yeah. Well, I hope it's not a regular mailman because I like him. Okay.
Okay, I got two more for you.
Okay.
It is illegal for married couples to live separately unless there is just cause.
Like he snores so loud, I can hear it from in the next building.
Yeah, so like what is just cause? Leaving the cap off the toothpaste?
Well, I remember going to visit my great aunt and uncle in Gaspé, and they slept in separate beds.
Right.
But it was in the same room, but separate beds. And I think it was common for a lot of people at one time. And I think the single people sleeping in one bed came about because of the heat. They needed the body warmth,
Oh, okay.
That's my theory.
So Lucy and Desi Arnaz from I Love Lucy, on the TV show, they were never allowed to be shown sleeping in the same bed. They had two single beds.
Yeah.
And so the question always was, how did Lucy conceive?
Wasn't it the same on Dick Van Dyke?
Oh, I think any show of that
At that
era.
era. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. I don't think they showed pregnant women either,
Oh, so Lucy was shown pregnant.
Was she? Mm.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, maybe I'm thinking of soap operas. They tried to hide it. It was so stupid, right? Because they didn't, rather than writing it into the story, they tried to not show that the person was pregnant. Well, what's that big lump sticking out there,
Especially when a lot of the story was about whose baby it was.
Yeah.
Okay, here's my last one. Japanese citizens between the ages of 40 and 74 have to have their waistlines measured annually.
For what reason?
So we know that the Japanese diet is well balanced, but that's not their only reason for low obesity rates. As part of a 2008 metabol law, and I'm wondering if that's your metabolism, the government monitors your waistline after you turn 40 years old to ensure that you stay healthy.
Wow.
Waist circumferences for men are 85 centimeters and 89 centimeters for women. And companies even arrange for weight loss classes to help overweight employees keep fit.
I like the work part in a way, they're giving you help that, but the government getting involved is like, that's a little much, right?
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah. Apparently they're doing it because it's one of the countries with one of the top aging populations.
Yeah.
And a sudden influx of elderly in need of healthcare services will cost them their weight in gold. Get it? Weight in gold.
Yes, I do. Well, it's, if you think about it, because I know it from here, just we have a lot of elderly people. We have a lot of overweight elderly people, right? And it's always interesting because a lot of them have diabetes. And, it's so, I would like to help, but I wouldn't like the government telling me that I have to be, having some government agent coming around and measuring me. How embarrassing if I'm supposed to be like 80, what was it, 89? And I'm like
89 point something.
105. Pardon?
Do you know how many inches that is?
No.
89 centimeters. Can you talk to everybody while I find out?
Yes. Hi, everybody. I hope you're enjoying our show. Hey, Karen. Hi, Karen. I know you've been watching the show. Dawn Lane, I hope you've been putting it on FVN. That's Dawn Lane's network people, sports and entertainment network, news and Sports Entertainment Network. Okay. There's a plug
Okay.
for Dawn.
Oh, well done. So I can't thank you for doing that because they're talking about 35 inches for a woman for her waist,
Okay.
which isn't terribly small. It's a good, healthy
Yeah.
measurement. But again, I mean, not everybody can do that, right?
No, exactly, exactly. And again, as we age, and one of the things that, like, not now, I'm not doing normal circumstances, but normally you age, you slow down, your metabolism slows, but you don't know, your appetite doesn't always slow down. So that,
Well, and you're not doing as much because you've got more health problems, perhaps, not everybody.
yeah.
So then your weight creeps up, and yeah, that's a tough one.
Yeah, it really is a tough one. I mean, for me, like my weight it is creeping up there, and I hate it because the worst part for me is because I have short legs. And I have heavy legs to begin with. When it gets to the point where I can't cross my legs, then we got a problem.
Well, just since you brought that up, I know I said the last one was my last one, but just let me finish with this, Nancy.
Okay.
In Japan, you can go to jail for up to 29 days if you expose your thighs or buttocks in a public place.
Ooh. They're really strict, aren't they?
They are very strict.
Oh my gosh.
You could go to Japan and not have to worry about exposing your thighs.
But as a visitor though, if I wasn't going to talk about the thighs, but if your waist is bigger than it shouldn't be a problem. They would probably look at you. Oh, what have you done to your body? So that's it for us.
On that note, Nancy, I think I'm done.
Okay, well, me too. High five, Mary.
High five.
Oh, she always smacks me. Okay, everybody, thanks for watching. We'll see you next time, right here on wherever we are. In my Zoom room, and Mary's in her Zoom room. Bye for now.